Greetings, my good people, and welcome to another edition of 365 Fitness of the Body and Mind podcast. I'm your host, Coach Chauncey. Each week, we deliver the best hard-hitting fitness and mental analysis of our industry. And on today's episode, remind yourself that when you die, your end basket won't be empty. Once again, remind yourself that when you die, your end basket won't be empty. So many of us live our lives as if the secret purpose is to somehow get everything done. We stay up late, we get up early, we avoid having fun, and we keep our loved ones waiting. You hear me? We keep our loved ones waiting. Sadly, I've seen many people put off their loved ones so long that their loved ones tend to lose interest in maintaining the relationship. I actually used to do this myself. Often we convince ourselves that our obsession with our to-do list is only temporary. That once we get through this list, we'll be calm, relaxed, and happy. But in reality, this rarely happens. As items get checked off your list, new ones simply replace them. The nature of your end basket is that it is meant to have items to be completed in it. I'm going to repeat that again. The nature of your end basket is that it is meant to have items in that need to be completed. It's not meant to be empty. There will always be phone calls that need to be made, projects that need to be completed, and work that needs to be done. In fact, it can be argued that a full end basket is essential for success. It means that your time is, your time is in demand. Regardless of who you are or what you do. However, remember that nothing is more important than your own sense of happiness. I'm going to repeat that for you again, just in case you may have missed it. I need you to remember that nothing is more important than your own sense of happiness and inner peace and that of your loved ones. If you're obsessed with getting everything done, you'll never have a sense of well-being. In reality, almost everything can wait. Very little in our work lives truly falls into the emergency category. If you stay focused on your work, it will all get done in due time. I found that I remind myself frequently that the purpose of life isn't to get it all done, but to enjoy each step along the way and live a life filled with love. It's far easier for me to control my obsession with completing my list of things to do. You got to remember, when you die, or you go to the promised land, or you move on, it's always still going to be unfinished business to take care of. And you know what? Someone else going to do it. Someone else will definitely do it for you. So, in short, don't waste any more precious moments of your life regretting the inevitable. Because like I said, a lot of times we tend to get caught up in, like I told you before, putting out fires and, other people's senses of urgency. Every time you turn around, somebody else, something is life or death. Somebody needs this done. Somebody needs that done, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, it's all going to get done. So, I just need y'all to focus on enjoying the moment, spending time with your loved ones, your kids, your significant others, your close friends, and family members, spend time. Even spend time with yourself, you know. Because a lot of times, people take a lot of stuff too serious, man. At the end of the day, it's all going to get done. All right. Especially with this pandemic and everything that we're going through. We really got to appreciate all the good moments in life. So if y'all don't do nothing else, just embrace this downtime, if you will, for those that's being quarantined and doing what they're supposed to do, remaining safe and protecting their families and themselves as well. So like I said, bottom line, it's all going to be there. Don't even worry about that to-do list. All right? Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. We want to thank you for your support. Now back to the show. All right, so we're moving on. This week, we're going to talk about saying goodbye to that belly fat. Saying goodbye to that belly fat. You want to make your belly fat vanish before your eyes? Uncomfortable fat around the stomach is one of the most common body frustrations that many new clients complain about. What's tough is that losing body fat is a slow and steady process rather than an instantaneous fix. All right. However, after years of working at it, I have an extremely effective method for helping folks lose their belly fat faster than ever. And in this podcast, I'm going to share with you today. I got a simple 2-step fat loss process for you. This deadly fat incinerating method fights fat simultaneously on 2 separate fronts for maximum effectiveness. All right. And the quick step number 1 is going to be your sugar intake. That's one of the methods. And then step 2 is going to be your high intensity workouts. So here we go. We're going to talk about fat loss for step 1. This is the step that requires 0 effort on your part. In fact, all you have to do is not do something that you're currently doing. I'm going to repeat that for you. All you got to do for step 1 is to not do something that you're currently doing. You got to stop consuming refined sugar in all forms, in all its forms, all right? This means no sodas, no desserts, no packaged snacks, no candy, no mocha lattes, no sugar at all. I'm going to repeat that. No sugar at all. All right? So when you stop to evaluate your diet, you're going to be shocked to find out how much refined sugar has crept into it. All right? And, nothing will contribute more to your fat gains as swiftly as consuming sugar. All right? So, at the end of the day, it makes sense that, cutting the sugar out is the top must do for shedding those unwanted pounds. So again, I need y'all to cut that sugar out. Dump the sugar. Real simple. Dump the sugar. It's not necessary or beneficial to starve yourself during this time of rapid fat loss. You should fill in your diet with lean meats, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, as you cut out the refined sugar. You got to keep your metabolism high by fueling up on high protein, high fiber, low carbs, and 0 sugar foods whenever your hunger kicks in. All right, so whenever you start feeling yourself getting hungry, you got to keep that metabolism high. Again, you got to fuel up on your high protein, high fibers, low carbs, and zero sugary foods whenever you start feeling hungry. All right. Fat loss tip number 2. Now with this step gonna require just a little bit of effort. All right. But trust me when I say it's gonna be worth it. So I'm gonna need y'all to crank up the intensity of your workouts to a whole new level. I'm gonna repeat that again. Step 2 is gonna require a little workout. You're gonna be in your workout, but I'm gonna need y'all to crank it up, crank that intensity up, take it to a whole nother level. Because what I found that most people they take exercise on with the slow and steady mentality, moving, pushing, pulling as low as possible while still getting the job done. I mean, I got news for you. Although movement is movement, I'm gonna give you that. But at the end of the day, if you still have belly fat to lose, then your job ain't done. You gotta push harder, regardless. I mean, a lot of times I see a lot of y'all on social media taking your picture, your cute little selfies, and all that other type stuff. And I get it, your little outfit's cute, all that stuff is cute, but we're not sweating, we're not putting it in. Get that work in. Then you can take all the selfies you want to do. All right. So I tell y'all all the time, if you can comfortably hold a conversation, hardly break a sweat, or you feel the same way when it's over as you did when it began, then you simply not pushing yourself hard enough when you exercise. All right. Increasing the intensity of your workout requires focus and intent. You must go into the session with the goal of pushing your body to the limit. Remember, it's a contained time frame. It will be over shortly. So bear down and deal with the discomfort. With practice, you'll learn how to embrace the burn. All right. But either way, the safest and most effective way to crank up the intensity and effectiveness of your exercise time is to work with a qualified fitness professional like myself. Y'all know me. I'm not into using my platform to promote my personal training business at all. And if you feel more comfortable trying to get it on, doing it yourself, then by all means, do you. I'm with you. But at the end of the day, if you need that qualified professional with you, then just shoot me an inbox or shoot me a message or even call me for that matter. I don't have no problem with helping you out. But either way, moving forward. Also, you do know that increasing the proteins is also going to accelerate your fat burning as well too. That's if you want more fat loss, because studies continue to prove that diets with high in protein encourage more fat loss than diets high in carbohydrates. But I'm sure y'all already knew that. But either way, so each of your snacks and meals should be built around the centerpiece of high quality lean proteins. All right. So either way, bottom line, a quick recap, short and sweet is, stop doing some of the stuff that you're already doing, especially with that sugar intake. I need you to cut that sugar out, and I need you to beef up your workouts, regardless of what you're doing. If you're just taking a brisk walk around your neighborhood, brisk walk around the park or whatever case may be, or you're on the treadmill or you're cycling or whatever you're doing, just pick up the intensity. Lock your little time frame in. Say you're going to walk for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever case may be, and just crank it out. Just crank it up. If you don't have no burn, especially with the humidity and everything out there, you're not working out. You're really just doing something to say you're doing something. And granted, I tell y'all all the time, a body in motion stays in motion. I get it. And the body at rest won't stay at rest. But we're talking about, again, losing this belly fat, all right? Thank you for joining us this week on 365 Fitness of the Body and Mind. Make sure to visit our website at www.thefitnessjunkies.com. Once again, that's www.thefitnessjunkies.com, where you can subscribe to the show on iTunes, Stitcher, or via RSS so you'll never miss a show. And while you're there, if you found value in this show, we appreciate the ratings on iTunes. Or if you simply tell a friend about the show, that will help us out too. Be sure to tune in next week. As always, this is Coach Chauncey, transforming one body, one mind at a time. Have a great day.